I'm joined today by Mia Collett, who I've mentioned about a minute ago, who joined the business about, I think it's just shy of a year, wasn't it? We joined. Um, Brilliant success story. So I'm really keen to have a chat with you. Why don't you kickstart us off, Mia, by giving us a little bit of an insight of your journey so far?
Yeah, absolutely. So I joined almost a full year ago. So in 2 weeks' time, it's my full 1 year anniversary. And I joined the Panoramic Associates team as a contract recruiter within the public health markets within Panoramic Associates. So my clients are local authorities, which are councils and local government. So sometimes CCGs, NHS trusts, kind of other organisations like that. Health, so really interesting and really busy market because of the pandemic and the COVID situation. So yeah, very busy first year.
Yeah, just a quick point on that. I think the public sector, they didn't really change, did they, in terms of like the market and the spend, was it, in the public sector? So it's remained pretty much stable throughout the pandemic,
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, if anything, the market shifted to be very busy with contract and interim requirements. So
No. Okay.
Could do really busy, and when we say urgent, you're looking for 10 consultants in public health at one time, scrambling around trying to find them. Support councils with their requirements within public health at the senior level.
Okay, amazing. Well, you mentioned you're 2 weeks off your 1 year anniversary. Congratulations. I'm sure you'll be celebrating. Why don't you give us like a little bit of insights to the highlights you've had over that year?
Yeah, okay. God, there's been so many. I've really enjoyed my first year, even though the first 4 months I was, wow. Yeah, 4 months of it I've been working at home because I joined in September. From November to March, we had to work at home, day in, day out. So that was a challenge just because, you're sat in your bedroom or your study all the time. Yeah. But it's been great. It's been a supportive environment. It's been very mature, as in the fact you're not being micromanaged. It's quite autonomous in that way, but really fun. So my favourite highlights is hitting the Tampa targets that we had back in May until July. It was a 3-month incentive.
Hence the Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, exactly. We're going big. Yes. Incentive that the whole business ran, all from everyone, whether you're ops, finance, a rookie consultant up into business manager. So everyone had the chance to go, and we've got at least I think 25 people going or something like that, isn't it? Yeah. So to qualify in my league, which was lead consultant at the time, we had to bill 30K's worth of revenue in 3 months. So £30,000 worth of placements essentially. In my league, I managed to smash that. So I managed to make 100K's worth of placements in 3 months. So I was top of my league.
Nice. You can sing and dance, man. That's brilliant. Well done, mate. Honestly, it's great. And you mentioned that point about the leagues as well, because that's a really nice point, right? Because I got to go, well, I am going, and I'm part of operations. We've got your league, delivery, we're on a client engagement, seniors, business managers. Just like for anyone who's not watching, why don't you give us like a little bit of insight into that? Yeah,
exactly. So you mean the different leagues and the different people?
Yeah.
So my league at the time, I think, was trainee up to league, and then senior consultant up to business manager, and then you've got a whole different league for the operations team, the kind of management director group. So it meant that whichever level of recruitment that you're in, you get a chance to join these incentives, which is a really great perk of being here, that you're not up against the people that are in the higher leagues, and it means that you are valued in whichever level of recruitment that you're in. So yeah, we've got a really good spread across the whole of the business, doing all of these incentives, not just this one, which is the big one, Tampa, but our club lunches that we do. We do so many incentives. Our weekly incentives run, so it means that you're getting so much reward for your day job, because the day job in recruitment is, everyone knows it can be really tough. So it means that at least you've got that extra bit of motivation, whichever team you're in, whichever level, to to be rewarded.
Yeah. So a little insight into myself. Talk about me for a second. Obviously, I typically specialise in recruiters who are experienced consultants who work for other agencies, and I obviously have the joy to interact with them. You're a great example of this because you did an entirely different market to what you do now. Why don't you give us a little bit more insight into that and how you kind of overcame that?
So previously to this, I'd always done permanent recruitment. I'd always done private sector, and I did 2 years in finance. And previously to that, it was all office-based recruitment. So your secretaries, your PAs, beforehand. So what I'm doing now, so public sector contract recruitment within public health, could not be any more different. I'd always vowed, I can see there's a couple of Robert Half people in this call. I'd always vowed that I'd never be a contract recruiter because my mindset was always permanent recruitment, the permanent process. I'd never done interim before, and the thought of IR35 really scared me. I know what it is now and what it means for candidates and clients now, but beforehand I just hadn't done it before. So the shift, was challenging just in my mindset because there was a knowledge gap. But now that I'm up to speed, I understand how public sector and councils recruit. I understand the frameworks. I understand IR35 and the different rules and regs that we have to put in place for contract recruiters, what an umbrella company is, all of these things. And I really, really enjoy it. I enjoy the relationships that we make with our contractors. I've enjoyed that I've placed at least 3 of my contractors twice now. And I can vouch for these candidates that I know them, I know they're good because my client has said so. So it was difficult to get used to what contract recruitment and what public sector is all about, but Lewis, Gold, the team, Maisie, Fionn, they've all been so helpful to give you all the tools that you need to do your job properly. So that was a really good perk of joining here as well.
Yeah, I get it. It is daunting. Like I had a lot of those conversations as well because that transition from like perm to contract or vice versa, you look at it from the outside like, can do what those guys do, but actually you smashed it. You overcame it really, really well, mate. So well done for that. You mentioned a few names in the team. Why don't you give us a little bit more insight into Panoramic Associates? Tell us a little bit about the team.
Yeah. So Panoramic Associates, so we specialise across all public sector markets. So for us, that's mainly councils, which are local authorities, but across all local gov. And then we've got a housing division as well, which again specialise in council and local gov markets, but anything within their remit. So we at Panoramic Associates, anything within a council, we help with. So we've got a business transformation and change team, SEN and education team, us in public health, procurement and commissioning. We've branched out into legal now. Anything at the senior level, permanent, exec search, FTC or contract, we do. We're the pub set go-to.
Nice, good sell. Love that. And it helps, right? Because we were discussing this on Tuesday. Panas, when you look at it across the entire board, both social housing and public sector, it's full of success stories in that team. And I remember when you were going through the interview process, I mentioned that to you. Did you find it daunting, as kind of like joining the big billers kind of thing, or did you find them to be actually quite supportive and quite approachable?
Yeah, good question. So I think people may think coming into such a successful team could be seen as daunting, but for me it was the complete opposite. To work alongside some billers that are hitting huge numbers. Fionn, one of them, she's probably one of the best contract recruiters in the whole of the bloody UK. She's great. Good to work on such established people, where David Geeney, for instance, he's set up or at least worked in this market for years. 2019, I think. It's really motivating because if you're stuck on something, luckily I had previous recruitment experience, but some people don't. We've got a lot of trainees that have joined us, so if you're stuck on something, you can go to anyone in, but also across the whole of the business. So we've got Finitas, Panoramic Care, Panoramic Associates, IO Associates that are all smashing it. So any questions that you've got, someone else will be having the same problem. So I think if anything, it's a huge benefit that we've got so many tenured people, big billers. We've got, the directors, Mark, Neil and Tom, just down the way, just down the hall. So if you're stuck, Tom is so good, especially he kind of managed us the most. Any questions that you've got, if I've been stuck with a candidate call before, in relation to IR35, when I first joined, I didn't really know how to that, and Tom actually joined the call with me. He's joined meetings with me, and it's great to be involved in such a close-knit team where, you know, anyone from trainee to director has your back, and will be happy to join meetings and calls to help you, you know, do your job properly. So yeah, it's been really, really positive.
Yeah, that helps. And it's quite rare, isn't it? The fact that you've got literally a founder of a business sat right next to you from time, and they're there to like help you like through IR35. And like, I hate, you're going to hate me asking this question, but not to embarrass you, but you've kind of become a success story yourself, right? Only 1 year in. If I look back to last April, nominated as one to watch for the next coming year, quite rightly so, because you've hit Tampa. Yeah. Tell us a little bit like that now.
Yeah, wow, it was really, really, really nice to be not one to watch. And I think for me, I think I'm always quite modest. I just get my head down and do the job. But it was great to get that recognition, you know, for hitting the targets that I had to and exceeding them, and just being part of the team. Like I feel like I'm a helpful person. I want to help everyone. So to get that nomination, I got a voucher from the directors to, you know, say thank you, and because I won that one to watch nomination. So yeah, it's been nothing but great things. And then 1 year down, rest to go, eh?
Yeah, 1 year down. That leads me on quite nicely, actually. What's like a final question? What's kind of next for you? Where do you see your career at PRG going in the future?
Yeah. So right now I've moved from lead to senior consultant. After senior consultant is lead senior, and then it's principal. So quite close to hitting lead senior, which is great. And then principal I've got in my sights already. So as well as hitting that principal consultant job title and achievement, I suppose, I really want to go down the management route. So whether I'm managing one person, a team, that's my next step, to go down the management route and to really be able to, you know, help people and to help people experience what I have, you know, perks wise and, you know, monetary and bonus, commission, Tampa targets. I want to help people do that. So there's still for me left to do. The first has been really busy, but yeah, I'm really excited, even more excited about the future now.
Nice. And I said that was going to be the final question, but that was a really good point there. We want people like you, right? We want seniors who've got that ambition to become managers, because as a business, we want future managers, we want future directors in the business. So it's nice to hear you say that. Well, listen, thank you for your time. Great chat. That was good. You smashed it. Well done. Guys, anyone who's been watching throughout this, thank you for watching. Like I said, it's Tyler from Tyler Talks. We're a fortnightly show. We're going to be announcing very soon who is going to be our next guest in the 2 weeks' time. Thank you for watching. Take care. Thanks, Nia.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.